Welcome to another episode of Nature Chronicles with Samir. A brief shower had just passed over the hills. For a little while, the garden belonged entirely to the rain. Droplets gathered on petals, leaves shimmered in the soft morning light, and the air carried that familiar fragrance only fresh rain can bring. Then the clouds drifted away. The flowers stood refreshed. The mustard plants waited quietly, and somehow the birds knew. One arrived. It looked around for just a moment and began to feed. Almost immediately, another joined in, then another. Within seconds, the little mustard patch had become the busiest breakfast table in the garden. One detail made me smile. While two birds bounced from stem to stem, sending the whole plant rocking from side to side, another, perched much closer to the camera, hardly seemed bothered. The stem swayed. The world wobbled beneath its feet. Breakfast continued uninterrupted. In fact, one bird seemed almost to enjoy the gentle swinging, riding the breeze as though the moving stem was simply part of the dining experience. They ventured right to the very tips of the slender term stems, balancing on what looked far too delicate to hold them. Yet they never hesitated. Every seed was worth reaching. Every corner of the plant deserved inspection. There was a wonderful rhythm to it all, a burst of frantic feeding. Then, for a few quiet moments, everything settled. The birds paused. The mustard plants stopped trembling. The garden caught its breath. Then, almost as if someone had rung an invisible dinner bell, the activity began all over again. This time, with exactly the same enthusiasm. Only later did I realize who these determined diners were. Yellow-breasted greenfinches. Small finches with surprisingly large appetites, or perhaps more accurately, expert nibblers. They worked patiently from one end of the plant to the other, returning again and again, seemingly determined to leave no seed behind. To them, there was no hurry, no distraction, just breakfast. and they were wonderfully committed to the task. Before long, the mustard plants looked noticeably lighter. One by one, the birds drifted back into the surrounding trees. The garden became quiet again. If you had arrived just a few minutes later, you might never have guessed what had taken place. Just two ordinary mustard plants, a handful of hungry birds, and one unforgettable breakfast. Thank you for joining me on another episode of Nature Chronicles with Samir. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive, cherish the wild spaces around you, no matter how small, and remember, nature doesn't always need a grand stage. Sometimes breakfast is story enough. I'll see you in the next episode of Nature Chronicles with Samir.